team of specialized paleo-veterinarians here at Jurassic World. We sent JWN's brave reporter Guy Hudson down to the raptor paddock to speak to one of these incredible veterinarians.
Hi, it's Guy Hudson, and I'm here outside the Jurassic World Veterinary Clinic with Dr. Eva Gomez, park veterinarian. One of the prized residents here at Jurassic World is a special velociraptor named Blue. Dr. Gomez, tell us some fun facts about Blue.
Velociraptor means swift thief, and she certainly lives up to her name. She is the largest and deadliest of the velociraptors.
High tech there.
Huh?
She was raised by the park's own animal behavior expert, Owen Grady. Most parks' dinosaurs act primarily on instinct. Blue, however, shows signs of empathy based on her relationships with other animals and humans.
Amazing. She can get out, is there?
She's named after the blue iridescent stripe on her back. It's almost identical to the black-throated monitoring lizard who she shares some great genes with. You tell me, pretty similar, right? If you look at her feet, she has a large curved claw on the second toe. It can be used for slashing, but is most effective for pinning prey down by putting the jaws to work.
Whoa. That sounds painful.
Raptors are, by the way, social predators or pack hunters. Like wolves, dolphins, chimpanzees, lions, they all hunt in groups. Seeing a group of raptors is way more dangerous than a single one.
Okay. So encountering one raptor is terrifying. Encountering a pack of raptors is Stay safe. For the Jurassic World Network, this is a slightly shaken Guy Hudson.
Hi, this is Matthew Ogden with another edition of Fun Facts Dinosaurs. Wow. Wait, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's talk about feet. Did you ever wonder just how big a dinosaur's foot is? Fossilized dino footprints are called trace fossils. They were first formed when these giant animals walked through mud, leaving a deep impression of their feet. Over time, these impressions filled in with dirt, pebbles, and sand, eventually hardening into rock over many millions of years. Now, here's the cool part. The very first dinosaur footprint to be discovered was around 1801 by a guy named Pliny Moody. Crazy name, fun facts. Pliny was only 12 years old. Yep, Pliny was a farm boy plowing a field and found a large rock slab with huge footprints. He took it home, and the family used it as a doorstep. I'll be back later for more fun facts.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Jurassic World Network. I'm Monica Bear. Today, we are going to talk to Dr. Henry Wu, Chief Geneticist at the Jurassic World Laboratory. For those of you who don't know this impressive man's accomplishments, here is Kimberly Oates to tell you his story.
After earning a PhD in genetics, Dr. Henry Wu was immediately hired by John Hammond, CEO of International Genetic Technologies, to recreate extinct animal species via cloning. Now InGen's chief geneticist, his work has resulted in the ability to incorporate elements of an extinct animal's DNA with the DNA from existing species. His most celebrated creation is the powerful Indominus Rex, proudly housed at the park. I visited Dr. Wu at the Jurassic World lab for an in-depth conversation about the science behind Jurassic World. So tell us how the Indominus Rex was created.
Well, it all started 65 million years ago with a mosquito.
How can a tiny mosquito make a big dinosaur?
That tiny mosquito fed on a single drop of dinosaur blood. Now, the dinosaur probably never felt it, but that one mosquito gave it immortality.
Okay.
You see, that mosquito got trapped in tree resin, sap. And that sap, with the mosquito embedded in it, became which preserved just enough of the dinosaur DNA so that when we came along, some tens of millions of years later, we could extract that sample, creating nature's blueprint for a dinosaur.
But the Indominus Rex never previously existed, right?
That is correct. The Indominus Rex is a genetically engineered hybrid
Hybrid? Of what?
of many different species. The spiky osteoderms or scales across your body and the horns above the eye orbits come from a variety of reptiles, multiple traits that originated from the DNA of a variety of DILOPHOSAURUS. Her intelligence level may be from the Velociraptor, her base genome is from the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but the rest is classified. You might call it a secret recipe.
Wow!
But while we are still discovering everything this amazing animal can do, let's just say, first and foremost, it's in her DNA to be the ultimate alpha dinosaur.
Amazing! Thank you, Dr. Wu.
And thank you for joining us here at the Jurassic World Laboratory.
Filming the whole thing, I didn't know that.
You're watching Jurassic World Network. Who knows? Who may be watching you?
I'm honored to bear the Jurassic World Network. I am honored to have with me today Ms. Claire Dewey, Park Operations Manager here at Jurassic World. Hello. Hi, Monica. So tell us, Claire, where are we located? Well, right now we're in Predator Cove. That comes right before the entrance to the Tyrannosaurus Rex Kingdom. Let's talk for a moment about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, king of the tyrant distance. Except this king is a she. So I guess we call her the queen of the Tyrannosaurus, right? Yes, I suppose we should. Tell us about Jurassic World's most impressive resident.
Someone talking about me?
Oh, what a lovely surprise. Joining us here is Owen Brady, animal behavior expert here at Jurassic World. Hello, Owen.
How are you, Monica? Always lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too. We're talking about an actual impressive resident of Jurassic World, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Well, exactly how large is she?
She's almost 20 feet tall, 40 feet long, and in excess of 30,000 pounds.
She has
15 tons.
a charm more powerful than any creature that ever lived. She has a bite force of more than 12,000 pounds. That's very impressive indeed. In comparison, what's the bite force of an adult human? About 200 pounds.
I think some bite harder than others, right there. She runs in excess of 25 miles per hour, but I think it's her amazing strength that's kept her at the top of the food chain for all these millions of years.
I think there's probably a better way to put that. She has done more to inspire the public about dinosaurs than truly any other creature.
I think there's a better way to put that, which is up until Blue came.
Well, yes, but in many respects. It is the queen, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, who reigns as ruler of the dinosaur kingdom. Yes, she certainly is a strong alpha female. Other alphas sometimes are intimidated by strong alpha females. Right. Here's where we...
That's not science.
Well, thanks ever so much. Claire Deary, special thanks to everybody for my impromptu visit. The Jurassic World Network, I'm on that.
She's like, please cut.
DNA, the blueprint for life. In the early days of Jurassic World, Dr. Henry Wu and his team filled in the missing pieces of dinosaur DNA with the DNA of other non-extinct species. Most times, the results were successful. But sometimes, every once in a while, magic happened.
The Jurassic World's DILOPHOSAURUS is one of the most colorful and amazing creatures ever to walk the Earth. Though they have had some significant modifications from their Jurassic era cousins.
In recreating the Dilophosaurus, we discovered her DNA sequence was quite unique, but rather incomplete. Fortunately, it was found to be compatible with Dendromedes leucomeles, more commonly called the yellow banded poison dart frog.
This animal produces a deadly venom projectile that can spray up to 20 feet.
When you're working with modified DNA, it's difficult to predict with 100% accuracy what new traits will materialize. It's impossible, really. We didn't expect the venom spray behavior, for example. That was really wonderful. I mean, from a scientific perspective, of course.
The glutinous substance that the Dilophosaurus produces is actually poisonous. It launches a crippling liquid of its prey from its venom glands. It can cause blindness and eventually paralysis.
Needless to say, it's fascinating, but also somewhat terrifying.
They are also famous for their spectacular cowl, which they display when confronted.
The Dilophosaurus in the park are much smaller than the original species found in fossil record, but they do stand around 5 to 6 feet tall. So that's why we make sure you stay at least 20 feet away from them. Anyone getting much closer than that would be reason for considerable concern.
These animals are challenging to capture and clinically treat, but they are magnificent to watch.
The modern-day prehistoric Dilophosaurus. Only at Jurassic World.
You're watching Jurassic World Network. You might get wet. Welcome to Jurassic World, where you can get just a few feet away from living, breathing dinosaurs. Safety, of course, is our first concern. Your safety and the safety of our assets are priorities, and our park's security design. Here's our Director of Security to explain the park's safety features.
Hola, bienvenidos. I am Security Director Trevor Hayes. Jurassic World is the most secure and sophisticated animal containment exhibit in the world. We know exactly where each one of our assets is located, every moment of every day. Let me share with you some of the methods, devices, and surveillance instruments we have employed to track our animals. In the very unlikely event of an emergency, we will hear this sound. This is our park-wide alert system, and you will see these safety indicators change from green to a flashing red. If you hear that sound and see those flashing red lights, remain calm, stay seated in your tour boat, and help will be on the way. Honestly, the only time these alarms had ever been triggered was when a curious crow blocked a single security camera. Seriamente. For your safety, and for the safety of our animals, a network of high-tech surveillance video and thermal cameras is everywhere. As an added precaution, we have surgically implanted a tracking device into the neck of every living creature here in the park. For example, this map here shows the exact location of the Indominus Rex over at Predator Cove. As you can see, there is currently a tour boat passing by the Indominus Rex paddock. There you can see that she is inside her enclosure, behind a structure of titanium walls. If you look closely, you can see the slight damage she's done to her. She has been ramming and scratching at those things since she was a youngster. Additionally, there is a highly trained ACU standing by, ready to assist in the unlikely event of an emergency. You are safe here. You have nothing to worry about, except containing your excitement when you witness these amazing creatures. We will be watching after you
Looks like there's more
as you enjoy your stay here at Jurassic World.
Welcome back. In the world of genetic research, the work never stops. Every day, scientists are making remarkable discoveries. We sent JWN's roving reporter Guy Hudson to talk dinosaurs with one of the latest recruits at the Jurassic World Laboratory.
Hi, I'm Guy Hudson, here today with Elizabeth Benson. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Tell us what you do here at Jurassic World.
I'm an intern working with Dr. Henry Wu here in the genetics lab.
Cool job. Let's talk about how dinosaurs are born.
Well, dinosaurs laid eggs. We know this because of the thousands and thousands of fossilized dinosaur eggs that paleontologists have cataloged.
What's the largest dinosaur egg to be found?
Gigantoraptor egg. That dinosaur was over 26 feet long, and her eggs over 20 inches long.
Makes sense. Big dinosaur, big eggs.
But there is one resident of Jurassic World whose ancestors did not lay eggs.
Really? Who?
The Mosasaurus. They lived underwater their entire lives and gave birth to live young.
Young. They're kind of like a dog?
Yes, but underwater. Kind of like a whale.
Right. So the Mosasaurus here at Jurassic World is huge. How much does she weigh?
15 tons.
15 tons. Which, of course, in pounds would be,
30,000 pounds.
Right. So I'm guessing a human wouldn't survive a bite from the Mosasaurus.
She would swallow you without chewing.
Yeah, swallow.
Without chewing?
She actually bites her prey in half first, and then swallows it.
So, no swimming in the aquarium then, huh?
Absolutely not. We advise all of our guests here at Jurassic World to stay in their boats at all times.
No swimming in the aquarium. Okay.
Okay.
Her face.
For Jurassic World Network, this is Guy Hudson. Staying in the boat.
Staying in the boat.
Hi, I'm Matthew Ogden, and it's time for another edition of Jurassic World Fun Facts. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the dinosaur in the room. How much does a dinosaur weigh? We're all thinking it. I know I am. Fossilized dung is called coprolites. Until now, researchers could only estimate based on fossilized coprolites how much an animal would produce in a day. Now, we know. Let's start with what they eat. A T-Rex alone consumes more than 300 pounds of meat and 40 gallons of water a day. What goes in must come out, right? Fun fact. Our Jurassic World animals in 1 year produce enough feces to fill an entire football stadium! That's a bunch of crap. I'll be back later for more fun facts.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Jurassic World Network. I'm Mark Red. For 65 million years, dinosaurs were extinct. Then, Dr. John Hammond and his team of scientists at InGen Technologies found a way to extract dinosaur DNA from insects preserved in amber. It was literally a life-changing moment. Now humans were able to create dinosaurs anew in all their physical and emotional complexity. Make no mistake, the dinosaurs you'll see today are driven by primal instincts, just like their ancestors. These creatures want to rule the earth, so it's important to treat them with respect. To do otherwise might prove fatal. We know what drives these dinosaurs, but what drives the people who work with these amazing creatures? As one of Jurassic World's leading animal behavior experts, Owen Grady may know more about velociraptors than any other person alive. This U.S. Navy combat veteran is no stranger to hazardous situations, which is perhaps one of the reasons he can stay so calm as he works with the formidable velociraptor. I visited Jurassic World raptor paddock to find out more. I'm here in Jurassic World's raptor paddock to speak with animal behavior expert Owen Grady. Hello.
Hi, I cannot stress to you how dangerous it is to have a crew inside of this raptor paddock. And for the record, I did not authorize this interview. Okay, please keep your voice down.
Mr. Grady.
Owen, call me Owen, please.
That's very good. So, Owen, what is it like to control a raptor?
Well, you can't control a raptor because it's a wild animal.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I imprinted on them when they were babies, and so they look at me as the alpha of the raptor.
Alpha. So, one baby raptor, Blue, who is particularly special.
Yeah, Blue's pretty extraordinary. Yeah, she was born with a deep blue marking. That's the name, Blue. She is not just hyper intelligent. She's curious and capable of displaying empathy. Yeah. But again, I cannot stress how dangerous it is to have all of us inside.
It's what we all season professionals here.
Season? Well, they like seasoning.
Okay, well, how do you communicate with Blue?
I'll use a series of hand signals that I've developed to communicate basic instructions. The only piece of equipment I use is this. This clicker lets her know it's dinner time.
We want to check out Owen Grady's new answer, the Jurassic World Network. I'm not
Hello, I'm Claire Deering. I'm so thrilled that you're joining us here today. Here at the park, you will have an opportunity to observe and come into close proximity with these amazing creatures. Be assured that our state-of-the-art security system has been designed to guarantee your stay here is safe and secure as you experience this one-of-a-kind journey. This team of highly skilled personnel is behind the scenes standing by to assure your visit here is truly unforgettable. Take the time to marvel at these wondrous animals as you witness the thrill of Jurassic World.
You're watching Jurassic World Network. Intelligent. Powerful.
This is Jurassic World Network on the Knox Network.
Yes.
You're joining us live at the Jurassic World Network studios here in Costa Rica. I'm Monica Baird. Coming up later in the show, we have an interview with world-famous geneticist Dr. Henry Wu. But before that, we are going to go over once again to our live egg cab located in the Jurassic World laboratory. Okay. There we are. There is a live image of the eggs. But look carefully, there seem to be some extra parts forming in the shell. Oh, absolutely breathtaking. Now we'll come back to this incredible developing story later. But now, let's return to our scheduled show.
On your tour today, you'll journey through Herbivore Valley, home to the peaceful dinosaurs of Jurassic World. All the residents of Herbivore Valley are strict vegetarians. They only ingest plants and some occasional rocks to aid digestion.
The Stegosaurus has very tiny teeth and a narrow beak, which limits its diet to soft foods like low-lying ferns and sea plants.
Its silhouette is one of the most recognized in the diverse world of these ancient reptiles.
They are an extraordinary sight. Some grow to over 30 feet long.
And while they have the smallest brains of all the other species of dinosaurs, they compensate for that with their powerful spiked tails.
She uses that tail to defend herself from predators.
These slow-moving creatures crave solitude. So take a moment and delight in the calm tranquility of herbivore balance.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Jurassic World Network. I'm Monica Baird. This is Indominus Rex, genetically engineered by Dr. Henry Wu from the genes of multiple carnivorous dinosaurs to create a visually stunning and truly terrifying dinosaur hybrid. Dr. Wu, what was the thinking behind Indominus Rex?
Well, in the early days, we were only concerned with genetically recreating the dinosaurs we had cataloged. You see, that was our focus. And of course, for those who remember, that homework was a monumental achievement.
Indeed, yes.
And then, the more species we sequenced, the more we realized that we had the building blocks to create something entirely a 21st century dinosaur.
Yes, right.
So the Indominus Rex is all about history. Not, as I said, history being recreated, but history literally being made.
And so you created Indominus Rex. She certainly is a most fearsome creature.
She is over 55 feet long and 21 feet high. She better be.
That begs a question, how close are the park guests allowed to get to her?
Well, at first we only allowed highly trained Jurassic World personnel anywhere near her. But now, I'm pleased to say our guests may take a tour right through her home in Predator Cove, where she is kept alone in a very secure containment. You see, if given the chance to roam freely, she would almost immediately start hunting the T-Rex to fight for dominance, which, of course, we wouldn't want to encourage.
No, that wouldn't work out too well for anyone, would it?
No.
So, is there only one Indominus Rex in the park?
Yes, originally she did have a sibling, but now there is only one.
Because
unfortunately she ate her sister.
Thank you, Dr. Wu. The Jurassic World Network, I'm Monica Baird. You're watching Jurassic World Network. Cooler, bigger, scarier.
Hi, I'm Matthew Arden, and it's time for another edition of Jurassic World Fun Facts. How tall is a Tyrannosaurus Rex? 6 feet tall? 10 feet tall? 20 feet tall? Fun fact, the T-Rex can grow to be 20 feet tall. That's higher than the window of a third-story apartment building. Besides having great vision, the T-Rex also has a great sense of smell. That comes in handy in scavenging and hunting for things to eat. She can not only see her prey, but she can smell. So that's bad news if you skip the showers. This is Matthew Ogden with another edition of Jurassic World Fun Facts.
Hello, I'm Trevor Hayes, Security Director here at Jurassic World. We have taken multiple precautions to ensure that your trip here today is exciting, enjoyable, and safe. Our highly trained operations team is here to help you. In just a few moments, you will be boarding a boat for one of our most exclusive experiences. An experience 65 million years in the making.
You're watching Jurassic World Network. Don't mess with the Rex.